Hi everyone, it's Carolyn from True Crime Chat with Mommy Ramblings, and I'm here with some disturbing developments regarding the MOAB Police Department and the release of the second body cam, which came 2 weeks after the release of the first body cam. And now it's looking like that body cam release was purposely delayed, according to some emails. So we're going to go into that and find out that there might even be more trouble inside the department. We know that the chief of police took a leave of absence prior to the second body cam coming out. So those of you that follow the Gabby Petito case, I'm sure you've seen that footage and you understand why that may have occurred. But let's take a look at what's going on now. So if you're following the tragic case of Gabby Petito, you have no doubt seen the disturbing body cam footage of the response to a 911 call that reported a fight between Gabby and Brian Laundrie outside the Moonflower establishment in MOAB. The call was responded to by Officer Robbins and Officer Pratt. The officers decided that the incident was a mental health crisis rather than a case of domestic violence, and they separated the two for the night. Brian Laundrie was taken to a paid hotel room, and Gabby, who they considered the aggressor, was left to leave with the van alone. The MOAB Police Department released Officer Robbins' body camera video on September 16th. However, 2 weeks went by before Officer Pratt's body cam footage was released, despite being requested by multiple media outlets. The former Grand County Attorney Happy Morgan said, "It became obvious to me watching the news that information had been withheld from the media." So Happy Morgan went to a MOAB City Council meeting where the acting chief of police was sitting nearby and said, and I quote, "Two officers responded that day, Pratt and Robbins. Where's Pratt's camera? Every news agency in the United States has requested it, and they have not been turned over." MOAB Police Chief Brett Edge took a leave of absence prior to the body cam footage, the second body cam footage being released, and the acting police chief is now Braden Palmer. So Braden Palmer told 2 News that the delay was due to the department that handles it being swamped with requests for that body cam footage. However, emails obtained by 2 News and Happy Morgan cast doubt on the acting chief's official story. It is looking like it might have been pressure from the former prosecutor that led the police to finally release the footage. The next day after that meeting, Happy Morgan wrote an email to Acting Chief Palmer telling him, and I quote, "The sooner you come clean about Pratt's body camera for the August 12th Petito Laundrie matter, the better. That information has been GRAMA requested by multiple agencies." Now, GRAMA stands for the Utah's Government Records Access Management Act, which allows the public to request public records. She went on to say, "If it is withheld, you need to provide it and apologize. If it doesn't exist, then the sooner you own up to that, the better." She called the whole matter a cover-up and said that they need to fix that error before it blows up in your face. Now, the acting police chief Palmer responded to Happy Morgan within that hour, saying that he planned to release Pratt's body camera video the next day. And he told Happy Morgan that, "This is a high priority for me and agree with your comments on that matter. The process should have occurred more timely." The second body cam from Officer Pratt was released the next day, which Chief Palmer said was due to the many requests for the small department. Happy Morgan was stunned to hear the acting chief, still going with that explanation. And I quote her saying, "I thought that was inconsistent with the truth and inconsistent with the email." And I'm concerned that if I hadn't pushed the matter at City Council and then again the next day, that body cam footage would still be withheld. So 2 News contacted Acting Police Chief Palmer by email and asked about that email exchange between him and Happy and his apparent agreement with her that the video had been withheld. Chief Palmer stood by his original explanation, saying, "We did and continue to receive far more grandma requests than we have ever experienced, which is why the video was delayed." The acting chief also noted that more staffers have since been hired and trained in public records requests. Happy Morgan said she hoped that Acting Chief Palmer would have publicly expressed the sentiments that were shared in the email to her, and saying, and I quote, "Sometimes it's just best to say, we've made this mistake, we shouldn't have done it, and we're going to do better in the future. That gives you an opportunity to start fresh and do things correctly." However, this is not the first time that there's been questions about the way the MOAB Police Department is handling public records. The MOAB Police Office Manager Kelly Day is under investigation regarding a complaint that was filed on September 16th by Happy Morgan. The complaint accuses Kelly of illegally redacting police body camera footage in a separate incident from February, again not related to Gabby Petito, in an attempt to hide offensive comments made by MOAB police officers. In her complaint, Happy Morgan wrote, "Ms. Day's redactions are not consistent with Utah law and are obviously designed to cover blatantly offensive police behavior." When 2 News reached out to Kelly Day on Friday, they received an email saying that she's out on leave. So they called to speak to Acting Police Chief Palmer and asked whether Kelly Day's leave is connected to that investigation. And Acting Police Chief Palmer said, "I cannot comment on personnel matters." However, in an email to Happy Morgan on September 29th, Acting Chief Palmer confirmed the investigation into Kelly Day's conduct had been referred to the Utah State Bureau of Investigation as it is potentially criminal. So there you have it. I mean, I've said last week that after viewing that body camera footage, it was no wonder that the police chief took a leave of absence, in my opinion. I think they have some issues there, and given the tragic outcome, you know, with that stop with Gabby Petito, that they really need a rehaul, retraining, and to take accountability for everything that's happened, right? So, yeah, I think there's some issues there, and I think that my opinion, and it's my opinion, that was purposefully delayed, and I think if Happy Morgan had not been so assertive, it may still not have been released, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. If you're brand new to our channel, I urge you to click on the bottom corner of the video and subscribe to us so that you'll be alerted every time we go live or upload a new video. All right, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.